Dear participants of the Sculpture Network New Year's Brunch 2012, in short NYB12, my warmest welcome to you from Munich on behalf of all who are involved in the preparation of this New Year's Brunch, and of course especially in the name of your hosts today. I would especially like to thank them for their initiative and hospitality. We can therefore confidently say that through Sculpture Network a tradition was born with a New Year's Brunch a few years ago, and a large group of interested people continue to enthusiastically support it throughout Europe. This year over 1,000 people will come together simultaneously in over 40 locations in 13 countries in Europe and beyond. They give expression to their commitment to the arts, in particular to the three-dimensional art, be they artists, agents or art connoisseurs. We say with complete conviction that sculpture is our passion. Sculpture Network connects artists, artworks and exciting people. How does that work? It works through meeting people and exchanging ideas. Nowhere else would you find a more direct, intense and joyful experience than at our NYB12. Thanks to the generosity of our partner Vivicom in Bremen, together we can experience multiple venues of the day's event in image and sound. In particular, the fact that a number of museums and institutions have joined our cause for the first time this year is particularly important to us. They are together with Sculpture Network to be hosts of their respective circles of friends and our friends and members. Thank you for this. This underlines the binding force of our ideas because tradition is not so backward-facing, but rather directed to the future. As Thomas More described it 500 years ago, tradition is not holding the ashes, but passing on the flame. Today we no longer need to lay our heads on the executioner's block for our beliefs, as happened to Thomas More, but still persuasion requires a lot of stamina and labor. We all at Sculpture Network know that we stand for sculpture and its acceptance and expansion. Thankfully, we were inspired by such wonderful experience as recently in Bilbao, San Sebastian and the Basque Country. The collaboration with Guggenheim and Chile is encouraging. The exceptional organization and management of this event we owe to the idea of distributed responsibility, as the coordination office alone could never achieve such a feat. Last year at this point I spoke of the self-ignition effect. With that I meant that you, our members and friends, must take the initiative and ignite the limitless possibilities of the network. I've certainly experienced artist members who after a relatively short time, and without ever having let themselves be seen at a meeting, turned their backs on Sculpture Network with the justification, "I never sold a work of art through Sculpture Network." I then have had to reply, "We did not promise to. It would be a misunderstanding of our mission. We are not a service organization, but rather a self-help organization, and therein lies our strength." Our emphasis on reliance on your own initiative is also demonstrated by the many success stories that, with a very few exceptions, were achieved without the assistance of the coordination office. In our Hermes message in the newsletter we'll tell you about it. So how do we pass on this flame? This button helps us to identify each other. We pass the flame on and help the development and perception of artistic work and imagination. Stand up for sculpture. I wish you all an eventful afternoon and a happy new year. Let us toast and set an example for sculpture throughout Europe. Cheers.